Okay, so Remnant 2 is not in the greatest of spots at the moment, especially when it comes to Xbox. And that's because I have no idea what Gunfire Games are doing, but they just seem so focused on patching out the farms and stuff that it's just causing more and more delays, because we started off on the 4th of August and we had a PC update, a major update, and they fixed the majority of the farms that people found. And I understand wanting to create a balance, but when you are in a game and you have these, what some people would call glitches or exploits, you have them available, and providing there is no PvP, there's no competitive edge, I don't personally see a problem with these being available. If people want to rush through the game that they've purchased, let them do it. Mod and everything like that, all these trainers and stuff exist so that people can mod these sorts of games. So instead of sitting there doing some XP farm in a feast event, you can go on Mod, you can turn on infinite archetype XP or whatever, and you can literally take one shot in the game or kill one enemy in the game, and you go from level 1 to 10 with your archetype. There are lots and lots of things available, but the developers seem so focused on patching them out. If people have a problem with them, don't do them. They are completely optional for you to do them or carry on playing the game legit. They make absolutely no difference to your progression of any kind unless you want them to. For an example, with the chimney event, getting like all the way to the bottom, staying there, killing the infinite enemy spawns, if you didn't want to do that to farm XP, shoot the vines in the middle of the elevator thing and finish off the dungeon. For the feast event, don't go in, consume your teammates, respawn at the checkpoint and rinse and repeat. There are ways to avoid them and they don't affect anyone's game. But the developers patched a bunch of them out within the first update they released for the game after launch. And they did something similar with Remnant from the Ashes. There was the Luminite crystals. They used to drop every time you killed a special enemy, so people started farming them. The devs patched it out so that you couldn't do that and get all that loot. And I don't know why they're trying to have such control over the way people play the game. If there are bugs and stuff, as long as people aren't affecting anyone else's experience, I say let people do what they want. They've paid for the game, they should be able to enjoy it how they want to. But they did the first patch on the 4th of August. They said console will be coming soon, they're going through the approval process. Then it came to the weekend, nothing had come out. You get to the following week, and on Tuesday the 8th of August, they released it for PS5. But absolutely nothing for Xbox at all. So at that stage, Xbox are one patch behind. They've still got all the farms and stuff available because they've not had a single update. But then you go 2 days forward to the 10th of August, and they release another big update fixing armor, damage reduction and armor values and stuff. They fix a bunch of different things on the 10th of August for PC. And PC only. So now PS5 are again an update behind, but now Xbox are 2 updates behind. So Xbox hasn't had any updates as of yet. But then it carries on because you forward to the 11th, so literally a day after, and they put out a hotfix for PC. There was a progression blocker. They fixed an issue with players losing their Dragon Heart and their flashlight. So they did an update, they patched a load of stuff, they changed all the damage reduction and everything, sorted all that out, and created an issue that they were able to hotfix. But now that's put PS5 1 update and Xbox 2 updates behind. And because they've had to do that hotfix, because they're trying to focus, because there were other farms that become available. Like if you had anywhere between the 6 and the 12 patches of the quilt for the Oracle Refuge checkpoint in Loathsome, you could go in there and just keep farming that over and over again, getting relic dust, XP and scrap. That, as far as I'm aware, has been patched already. Plus, there was also a thing using the Ring of Omens and one of the 6 amulets to get Misty Step. Put in at least 5 levels into your fitness trait. You could jump onto the wall next to the gate of the asylum, and you could get in and kill Ripsaw over and over again for Simulacrum and Corrupted Luminite Crystal. And I've seen a lot of people saying that that's probably been patched as well. It feels as though there's been an invisible wall put up to stop you making that jump. So they just keep on and on and on. Just keep patching out every farm, every glitch, exploit, whatever you want to call it. They're patching them all out of the game and they're doing it very, very fast. They do not want people getting ahead in terms of their XP and everything. And it makes absolutely no sense for them to do that. And that's because, one, I don't believe these farms and stuff should be the focus of their patches, especially when there are so many problems in the game. And that's purely because there's no competitive edge for any player at all. You could sit there and farm all of your archetypes up to level 10. You don't affect anyone else's experience whatsoever, just your own, and you've paid for the game, so I believe you should experience it the way you want to. But two, Xbox are now 2 updates behind, 2 major updates behind. PlayStation 5 are again an update behind as well. But 3, they're creating more problems by releasing these patches, because ever since the patch on PS5, the one that Xbox still hasn't had, ever since that release, there's been a lot more problems. I've seen comments coming in saying people are stuck in the login screen, like the menu screen thing, people are unable to join games. Like, there's just more and more problems that are coming into the game because they're releasing updates so fast. They literally put out a major update on the 4th of August for PC, and then 6 days later, they had another major update ready. So it leaves me with the question, what is actually going on with Remnant 2? Why are they doing this? The game is absolutely fantastic. I'm not moaning about the game at all. But I'm wondering why they're doing this, because they've fully neglected Xbox. They're kind of neglecting PS5 as well. PC's getting all the patches and stuff, but they're rushing to get farms patched out of the game. And I believe that's why Xbox is so far behind, because they released the update on the 4th of August. Then players found a couple more ways to break into the asylum essentially and use the quilt and everything like that in Oracle's Refuge to get XP and everything. And then I believe they put the Xbox update on the back burner so they could quickly patch those out of the game. There was no need to rush to do that whatsoever, but for some reason they did. But not only that, ever since the first update on the 4th of August, me, Pete and Lewis haven't been able to play together since. The reason for that is because every time Lewis tries joining us, there is absolutely no way he can connect to our game or anyone else's game, and we tried every form of troubleshooting. But whilst he was trying to restart the game and everything, his game save data got corrupted, and it's the second time it happened. So he doesn't have any character, any weapons or anything, and he put over 60 hours into the game. And I've seen a few people talking about their game data being corrupted, and there's been nothing done to work towards that as far as I'm aware. They seem really focused on getting all the farms patched out of the game. But yeah, there's been network issues even on PC since the first update they released, and I believe they still haven't been fixed now. And obviously they're not going to affect absolutely every player, because me and Pete can play fine. It's just Lewis can't join us, and we got him to do everything, including trying a different game to see if his connectivity worked on there, and everything was fine. He reset his router, did all the power cycling, all the troubleshooting you can think of. We sat there and did it. And he even tried going through the backup saves of the game to restore his data. None of it worked whatsoever. So if we were to play the game with Lewis again, if there was ever a time where he was able to join us, he would have no character, no weapons, no amulets, no rings, no nothing. And all of that happened since the first update came out on the 4th of August. So it just seems that they're focusing on the wrong things and creating more problems during their focus. And whilst all that's happening, there are platforms out there for their game that haven't even received a single update, while the PC side of it's had 2 major and then a hotfix to fix a problem they probably created with one of the previous updates. So it's absolutely all over the place at the moment. I don't know when it's going to get fixed. I have no idea. Obviously, we're at the weekend now. I don't know when Xbox is going to get the first patch. I don't know if they're going to try and jumble it all into one and just bring the Xbox to catch up to PC straight away, and then release the latest update for PS5 so they're up to date as well. I have absolutely no idea what is going on, but there is something dodgy happening with Remnant 2, because every single platform right now is out of sync. PC is up to date, PS5's 1 update behind, Xbox is 2 updates behind. So playing on different platforms, I could say go do this and you'll get a bunch of scrap, and it's going to be different because I'm playing on PC. It's going to be different for PS5 and for Xbox players because of the different updates coming into the game and the dates they're dropping and what they're doing and stuff. It's an absolute shambles all over the place at the moment. So hopefully Gunfire Games can get it all sorted, bring the consoles up to date, both consoles up to date with the PC, and just crack on with what they were doing, because they did such a fantastic job with the launch of the game. The first update was really good, even though it broke connectivity and stuff. There were problems. Overall, it was really, really good. The balancing, they've heavily nerfed the Enigma. And then obviously they lowered the fire rate on the Nightfall, but we found ways to counter that and bring the Nightfall back up a little bit. So there was no problem with that or anything like that. but just now it's all over the place. You've got different updates on different platforms, issues coming into the game left, right, and center. So yeah, right now Remnant 2 is in a little bit of a mess, but hopefully it don't take the devs too long to sort it out. And on that note, we are going to leave the video there. If you enjoyed it, leaving a like is appreciated. If you wish to support me further as a creator, there are links in the description. Let me know your thoughts about the video in the comments. And if you want to watch more, you can click the video on screen. All support on the channel is greatly appreciated, and I hope you enjoyed it. Thank you for watching.